Yes, good morning all. So you can see the video till others join. This was the automatic tool changer. This is 5 axis machining again. The cylinder head being machined. This is a long cutter. This cutter is called as the bond nose cutter. Still the students are joining. I'll show one more video. This is again a 5 axis machining. So that was a kind of a impeller. See, this is how the workpiece is clamped in the vise. So here now three components has been loaded on the machine table. Axis which is parallel to the spindle is for the Z axis. This is what your telescopic covers are, which is made out of rubber just to protect the guide weights. So the chips will not go inside and it will not damage your slides. Axis which is parallel to the spindle is called as the Z axis. This is a 4 foot cutter. This is called the quill. There is a provision that quill can be handled manually. These are the different tools. This operation is called the face milling operation. The telescopic curves can be made up of rubber as well as can be made up of sheet metal. These are the linear motion guideways. These are called as the linear motion guideways. These are called as the LM guideways or linear motion guideways. And this is what is your ball screw and nut is. See how free. This is for the stick free motion. That is, it is not, there is no sticking. So that's why it is called the stick free motion. These are the motors, servo motors are used nowadays. Acme lead screws is not used on CNC machine. It is always a ball screw. But since this is a retrofitted machine, you can see that Acme lead screw. It's always a ball screw and ball nut. Why it is for the ball screw? Because the balls are fitted in between screw and nut, so that you get a frictionless motion. This is face milling, and this is for the face milling cutter. See how fast it is moving. Let me see how many students have joined. These are the different tools. This is how it is fixed. We have draw bore, but nowadays in the CNC it is all automatic. This is the manual clamping, which is never done on CNC machine. This is a 4 flow 10 mil. The instant reversal, that is forward, then stopping and reversing, is very fast. So that's why we need to use servo motors. Again, nobody uses step pulley in the CNC machines. We use positively variable gearbox, that is one of the PIV gearbox. This is manual changing of the gears, which is not part of a CNC. This is the auto feed of the clutch for the quill. Of course, this was a manual. Alright, let's go ahead. So what are the different tools? So without tools, even if you invest 2 crores in the CNC machine, it's of no use. So you have to invest considerably in the tools also. So these are the different tools. These are the drills. These are the coated drills. These are the end mills. This is slot cutter. It's a kind of an end mill. It's a slot cutter, kind of an end mill. And these are your side lock cutters. These are your drill chucks. This is a drill chuck. Drill chuck can be without key or with key. So this is the tooling. You have to invest wisely in the tooling because is the tool is going to cut. These are the spindle adapters. Usually it is BT40 or BT50, also called as ISO 40 or ISO 50. This is a tank in which it is hold, and this is the taper. So this taper should exactly match with the machine spindle taper, so that your tool will run true. This knurling is opposed for closing and opening by hand. So these are also called as the keyless adapters. That is, key is not required. This is again, these are all, what I'm showing is these are all the accessories which are used for improving the productivity, So how to fix up the pull stud? This is the kind of a picture to fix up the pull stud. This is for the pull stud. You are holding it. This is how a pull stud will look like. It is to be fixed in the spindle. These are the face mill holders. I'll show it again. Face mill holder. See, this is a face mill holder. That is, the face mill cutter is hold here. This is the ground body in which the face mill cutter is mounted. So how to fix up the face mill cutter offline? Offline means you are not going to fix up the cutter on the machine. You have to fix up the cutter offline so that your machine productivity increases. Your machining time is saved. These are called as the side lock holders. Side lock holders means you are holding or you are clamping from the side. So this is a bolt, Allen screw, which is used for clamping this end mill cutter, and this goes inside the machine spindle. This is interpolation. This operation is called as the interpolation. This is shoulder milling. This is a collet. Collet has a range of 1 millimeter to hold a cutter. So all this tool setting, we are doing it offline. This is the spanner, a special spanner which is designed and manufactured just to tighten and loosen these collet holders. That was a coated cutter, titanium carbide coated cutter. This is side milling, which is done with the help of the end mill. This is again a coated cutter, coating of carbide. This is used for measuring the bore size, or this is also called the touch probe system, which is used for taking the offset. It can be used for measuring the bore also. So here now we are measuring the Z offset. That is with respect to my machine 0 point. That is Z 0 point. Where is the tool face? Where is the job face is? With respect to the machine 0 point, that is in Z direction. Where is the face of the workpiece is located? So moment it touches, it gives the reading, and then so that now the machine understand what is the height of the workpiece, where is my Z0 is, where is the Z0 is. So this is for the machine tapping. Open tapping. This is 5 axis machine. Again, this is a turn mill. This is again an end mill, but with the insert. This operation is called as the slot milling. See, it is a quick change, keyless steel chuck. So you can quickly mount the tools. Of course, nowadays you use tool changers, automatic tool changers, and the pallet changers. This is for the peg drilling. Peg drilling. Whenever the drill lengths are same, now this drill length is quite more. So you have to do the peg drilling, which is coded by G83 code. G83, so that the chip should come out of the hole. This is chamfering operation or counter sum. This is again a sort of a end mill having inserts. Anybody waiting? Let me see. Still some students are joining. Yes, Mr. Purohit, are you there? Hello? Hello? Purohit is not there? Yeah, Aditya, can you hear me? Aditya Sawant. Hello?
Hello. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
You can. I can hear you. I can hear you.
somebody messaged me that I'm not audible. What about Purohit is not there? Purohit, no, only. His name is Sagar just joined and left, I think. Sagar Vandra. Sagar? Sagar Vandra. You joined early and left early also. So Neeraj, are you there? Neeraj Jain?
Yes, I'm here.
Yeah. Some students they join and they leave. All right, we'll continue. This is what is called the DRO. I just wanted to show you the DRO. Otherwise, this is milling machine only. DRO stands for digital readout. DRO stands for digital readout. This is what is digital readout is. There is no NC or CNC. It is done manually only. It is done manually, but you have reading, so it is useful for doing drilling or rimming or tapping kind of operation. Where there are number of holes, 4 holes, 5 holes, 10 holes, and when the pitch between the two holes is given, so with the DRO is convenient. But DRO is not an NC or not a CNC machine. Just giving an indication where your tool is positioned. That's all. These are the different operations I will show you one by one, which can be done on the milling machine. These are all, indexable inserts. Indexable insert, uh, carbide coated, either cemented carbide, and this is chamfer milling. This is a workpiece and this is a vise. I'll quickly show this. This is a cutter. This now one, two, three, and four. So this is called the shoulder mill. Shoulder mill. Shoulder mill. It has a four inserts. So the productivity is more here with the help of this cutter. This is for fixing in the spindle. This dot, what you can see, is used for fixing up in the spindle, as well as you have a bore also, which is ground. This is a face and shoulder milling operation. Shoulder means this 90-degree face, what you can see, that is what is called as the shoulder. This is your shoulder. Many times students they are not aware what is face milling, what is shoulder milling. So that's why I'm doing this. Those who has practice, they are aware of these different operations. This is again a stagger type cutter. You have almost 16 cutters. So whenever the depth of the shoulders are high and material removal rate is also more, so that time you go for this type of cutters. Bit expensive because the 16 insert, one insert costing 300, so 16 into 300, and plus the holder cost around 6,000. But it returns are good. Returns in terms of reduction in machining time. So you have to have a trade-off. How much to invest in the tools? Like if we have a mass production type of jobs, then definitely you need to invest in the tool. This was the form milling, that is radius milling operation. So the radius which is required on the workpiece has been ground on the tool. Again, if the quantity is more, then only we go for form milling cutters. This is again a shoulder mill. This is used for finishing the shoulders. For finishing. Now see, you can see this surface is rough. After this, you will get a very good finish. This is again a high-speed steel, not a carbide. Called as the shoulder mill, or it is also called as the shell end mill. This is used for shoulder milling, but it's a rough milling operation. Rough milling. You'll see a shatter marks or you'll see a rough surface. Rough surface. So this has to be followed by finish milling. The advantage is that the cutting is fast. The material removal rate is high. Again, this is a solid cutter. Solid cutter means the tips are cut in the body itself. There are no inserts. This is done on vertical milling machine. Vertical. So the spindle or the arbor is vertical on which this cutter is mounted, and this is for the splitting cutter or split milling operation. This operation is for the split milling or even slot milling also. The difference between the split and slot is wider, whereas the split is narrow. Splits are usually 3 mm and less than 3 mm. And if it is more than 3 mm, then we call it as a slot. This is horizontal milling machine because the cutter arbor is horizontal. Arbor is horizontal. See, you have to look at the board. This is slot milling, a 12 dia slot milling. This is coated cutter, carbide coated cutter. You can go, uh, the depth can be taken as long as you can see the flutes. Your flute should not be covered up. And even if it is covered up, uh, there should be provision to remove the chips. Otherwise, your cutter will break. Again, you have a slot milling. As I said, slot means you have to differentiate between slit and slot. Slot is nothing but a kind of a slit which is wide, which is wide. This is a T-slot operation. T-slot, you are aware that T-slot you must have seen on the tables. So there you see such kind of T-slots. So you can insert the bolt. What is the purpose of T-slots? It doesn't rotates. The T-bolt doesn't rotate. This is your angle milling cutter, a V milling cutter. We also call it a double angle milling cutter. You can have two angles simultaneously. You can have one angle also. Anybody wants to join? Let me see. Nobody. Nobody is in the waiting room. Nobody is in the lobby. So let's start with the CNC programming. So there will be around 20 marks out of your 80 plus 20 plus 20. So out of your 140, 20 marks plus 20. So that means 20 plus 10, not 20. So 13. Out of 140, 30 and sometimes up to 40 marks are for the CNC program. So how it is divided CNC program? One program for CNC lathe, one program for CNC milling, so that is 10, 10, 20, and then one program based on APT. If the workpiece is complex, then it can be 15, 15 plus 10. But minimum 30 marks will be there. And how minimum 30 marks? 10 marks for CNC lathe program. I'm talking about theory question paper. So 10 marks for CNC lathe program, 10 marks for CNC milling program, and 10 marks for APD program. APD program. So like that 30 marks. So minimum 30 marks uh, is the weightage for the CNC program. So what do you mean by this CNC program? So it's nothing but a set of instructions which is written in some high level language. set of instructions which is written in high level languages like English, which can be understood by the operator or by the engineer, right? And this high level language is converted into 1010, that is machine language, and that is what is called as the binary calculation. This 1010 is nothing but the machine language, which is nothing but the on off signal, one for the high, zero for the low, one for the on, zero for the off. These are low voltage signals and these are amplified, and these amplified signal, that is from say 10 volt to 230 volt or 420 volts, are given to the respective servo motor and the servo motor runs. This is how it works, right? This CNC program, that codes which are used in the CNC program, they are called as the assembly codes. Because why it is called the assembly code? Because these codes have dedicated function. Like if you use G90, means it is absolute. If you use G91, means it is incremental. Alright. So this is the first code that you should learn, that is G90, which is for the absolute dimensioning. So I already briefed you many times. The drawings, the dimensions on the drawings are given with respect to one reference point or one fixed point. That is what is called as the absolute dimensioning. So depending upon the drawing what you receive, you have to use the code. If the dimensions are given with respect to the previous point, then obviously you have to go for G91, that is for the incremental programming. So you have to take decision accordingly, whether to go for G90 or whether to go for G91. That totally depends upon the drawing. So all the dimensions are taken from a single point, which is called the datum point, or also called as the origin, or also called as the reference point, or also called as the program zero point, or also called as the, sometimes it can be also called as the workpiece zero point. So workpiece zero point, datum point, origin, program zero point, fixed zero point. There is small difference. Like fixed zero point generally it refers to the machine reference point. Program zero point is nothing but the zero point or the reference point which is taken by the programmer on the workpiece. Workpiece zero point, that is when you are using a touch probe system, you are taking some reference point on the workpiece. So it can be same or it can be different also. G91 is not commonly used, right? And generally it is used for repetitive tasks. And G91 incremental dimension is nothing but when the dimensions are given with respect to the previous point, then it is called as the incremental dimensioning, and you, it is denoted by G91. The code uses G91. So how is the format of the program? So format is, that is how do you write the set of instructions. You have to follow a particular protocol. Like this is called as a block. This entire thing is called as a block, right? Now the block is identified by character, which is called the end of block. End of block, which is missing here, which is not shown here. Why? Because end of block is represented in a different way on different controls. Like suppose if I'm using a FANUC control, if I'm using a FANUC control, then I have to use a dot or a full stop. I repeat, if I am using a Fanuc control, then I use a dot or I use a full stop here. If I am using a Siemens control, if I am using a Siemens control, then I use a star, also called as the asterisk. So star or asterisk, it means the block is completed. Remember, the machine will not read like this G01 and execute X10 and execute Y10 and execute. It reads the entire block. That is, it will read the instruction till it reads the end of block. The end of block is important. Suppose you have now another, this is the block number, sequence number. If you have say N20 and N30, and suppose if you forget a dot here or a star here, and if you put a dot or a star after the end of the 30, so the machine will read all these three lines and then execute. Remember, so the order is not important. You can write M3 here, or you can write G01 at the end. You can write T01 in the beginning, hmm, and you can write X10 at the end. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. The order is not important. Order is not important. But since we understand faster way, that is Z0, X, Y, Z, so that's why we follow that particular order. That after G we write X, then Y and Z. Yeah? Because we are used to that. Nobody writes Z first and then Y and then X. So that's a fashion, G0, X, Y, Z, and then followed by speed, followed by speed, tool number, and M3. I'll be telling you all. Remember, end of block. Generally, the Fanuc and the Siemens controls are popular. So end of block in case of Fanuc it is dot, in case of Siemens it is star. G01 is nothing but the linear interpolation. N10 is the sequence number, or it is also called the block number. X is generally it is longitudinal travel, Y is cross travel, and Z is vertical travel. F stands for the feed, that is 200, and obviously here it is 200 millimeter per minute, and my dear, it is not millimeter per revolution. Uh, it cannot be so high, millimeter per revolution. If it is millimeter per revolution, that is 200, and if the spindle is rotating, that is 200 rpm. See, S means spindle rpm, 200 revolutions per minute. So 200 into 200, so that is how much? 4,000 or 40,000. It will be 4 के ऊपर 4 जीरो, बराबर ना? So it will be 40,000 millimeter per minute, and those speeds are, it's not possible to cut. So 200 is millimeter per minute. So you have to apply your own senses and read it. And of course, before this, you have to define in the earlier block, you have to define whether it is going to be millimeter per minute or whether it is millimeter per revolution. And for that, there are two more codes, that is G94 and G95. Understand? So you have to be very, very careful. So if you define it as G95, which is nothing but millimeter per minute, then this will be machine to it is Buddhu. Whatever you program, it will understand. So it will be taken as millimeter per revolution. G95 is, sorry, millimeter per revolution. So this 200 will be considered as millimeter per revolution, and 40,000 accident will happen. T01 is nothing but the tool change. Right now we are not discussing the codes, we are just discussing the format. So this is for the sequence number. This is for the preparatory function, G codes. All the G codes like G01, G02, G03, so many G codes are there. They are all called as the preparatory function because it prepares the machine for machining. It prepares the machine for machining. X coordinate, Y coordinate, this is speed function, this is speed function, and this is tool function. And T01, that means it's nothing but tool number 1, tool number 2, tool number 3, and there are some miscellaneous. M stands for miscellaneous codes. So you have M01, M2, M3, M4, like that it is. See, then second thing is what you have to remember. First, I told you that sequence is not important. Second thing is G01 can be written as G1 also. M3 can be written as M03. T01 can be written as T1. Huh? So this 0 is not important. G1, G2, G3, that is also fine. M3, M1, M2, that is also fine. Or M0, M01, M02, M06, that is also fine. Then third important thing is this point. This is very, very important. Again, third important. On some machines, especially on Fanu, if you write X10 point, then it will be considered as 10 millimeter. Of course, you have a code for selection of metric input and inch input. So in the beginning of the program itself, you define that. Like G70 for metric, G71 for the inch input. So in the beginning, you define that. All right. So I'm talking about Fanuc now. So if you write X10.0, then it will be considered as 10 millimeter. If you forget to write this point, then my dear friends, it will be considered as 10 microns. The machine control automatically divides it by 1000. So that means if there is no point, 10 will be considered as 10 by 1000, that is 0.01 millimeter. Remember, so you are expecting a movement of 10 millimeter, but in actual, you have forgotten to put this point and you are getting a movement of only 0.01, which will not be noticed also. So you will be, surprised that why my machine is not moving, why the machine is not moving. Because it's not that machine is not moving, it has already moved, but it has moved by a distance of 0.01. Remember. So this keep a habit of putting a decimal point. If you don't write 10.000, that is fine. Hmm? But this point is must. This point is must. All right. Let's go for the next one. Hope it is clear. So format is nothing but a method of writing set of instructions. So what are the type of programming formats? So you have fixed block format, you have tab sequential format, you have word address format. Generally, we use this word address format. Whatever I showed you just now, that was the word address format. We'll see one by one what is fixed block format. So here in fixed block format, the instructions are given in the same sequence, that is one below other, uh, column. All instruction remains unchanged. All instruction must be given in every block, including the instruction which remain unchanged from the previous. Like suppose in the previous block you have given G90 and in the next block again you want G90, then you have to give that G90 again. It's not that अरे पहले मैंने G90 किया है. Yeah. So that is what is called the model and unmodel or not model. Model means it remains effective till it is replaced, and not model means it is effective only for that particular block. That is what is called the non-model. Means like say G02. G02, if you give, that is a model code or non-model code. It's a non-model code. It remains effective for that particular block only. G01, it is a model code. It remains effective unless and until it is replaced or unless and until the control, you know, reads the other code. So G01 will remain effective. But in fixed block format, you have to again. So it's like a non-model code. It's like a non-model code. Means what? Every block you have to repeat the code, even if you have given that code in the previous block. Now let's see. You have to memorize this drawing. All right. So you have a reference point here. Let's call this as 0, 0. And our coordinate system is like this. Our normal this is x-axis and this is y-axis. This is positive y, negative x, and negative y. Right. So first hole is to be drilled at a distance of x plus 15 and y minus 20, assuming this is the center line. 50 divided by 2, so y minus 20. So if I go absolute, so G90 x15 and y minus 20. And what about this? It will be G90 x 75 with respect to this point. G90 x 75 and y will be minus 20 again. But if I'm using G91, okay, so how do I use G91? So the first hole will be x15 y minus 20, and the second hole G91 x will be how much? 60 with respect to the previous one. X will be 60 and y will be how much? 0 with respect to the previous point. Y is 0 incremental. Alright, so this is how you have to make use of G90 and G91. So the typical fixed block format will look like this. So you have to write x, y, f and speed. So you have to write exactly one below other, x, y, f and speed. Right, so x15, y minus 20, f200, then again is your absolute x15, then y minus 20, f200, s500. And here it is x75, that is second hole, and y minus 20, f200 and s500. We are drilling the two holes. The programming for two holes. Pretty simple. This is let's uh, study tab sequential format. So it's the same as the fixed block format, but each word is separated by a tab character. Here it is not required to repeat the instructions, whatever has been given in the previous block. So it's kind of a model. No need to repeat. So it remains effective till you need a change. That is, now you have been using G01 for say 10 blocks. Now in the 11th block, you want to change it to G00. Then that time you have to write G00. So again, that G00 will remain effective until it is replaced. So again, same example will take tab sequential format. So you have to have a tab in between two words. This is for the one word. You take word only. Word, 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 word. So you have to have a you have to press tab between two words. The only advantage is that you don't have to repeat the previous code if you are going to use that. That was in tab. Alright. And earlier इसके पहले था वो कौन सा था? Fixed block. So fixed block में you have to repeat the code. You have to repeat the code. Generally we go for word address format. We go for word address format. This is most popular. Here you can use any word A to Z, and that was the limitations in earlier two formats. Any word can be used A to Z, 26 alphabets missing. All the words will be recognized. A, B, C, D, anything. Then it is followed by some number. Okay, that is 0, 1. Then one or more words. They form block. So N001, G01, Z10.0 and end of block. Okay. So end of block is nothing but a point like this, or it can be a star, depending upon the type of control which is being used. Then again, if the word remains unchanged, then it is not necessary to repeat. So that depends whether the code is model or non-model. Right? So So we'll take an example of this. So this is how it looks like now. How simple it is. X75. Now here I have not repeated G01 and I have not repeated X. I have not repeated, so not X, I have not repeated Y. Because the second hole, the Y dimension is same. Y dimension is same. That is at minus 20. Actually, this is plus 20 is wrong. It has to be minus 20 here because this is the negative direction. So my apology for that. This hole now x15 and y minus 20, and here also x75 and y minus 20. But since y dimension is same, you don't have to repeat. That is an advantage of word address format. Alright, so what are the different functions and addresses? So program number, usually it is denoted by O. Usually it is denoted by O. But again, I have been telling that depending upon the control, this changes. Some controller they uses P for the program. P for the program. Sequence number is N. It is common. All the controls. G repetitive functions, that is also common. X, Y, Z, A, B, C, U, V, W, these are for the axis. That again remains common. R stands for the radius. That is again common. I, J, K, that stands for the center point of the circle. That is, you have whenever you want to do circular machining, so that time you have to define the center point of the circle in three dimensions. Like suppose if it is in 3D, helical kind of things which you have to machine, okay? You have to define the center point in all the three axes. So that center point defining is done by IJK. So you have to give that dimensions, and that dimension is represented by I, J, and K. For feed function, it is F. For the speed, it is S. For the tool, it is T. Easy to remember. That is, it is taking the first letter. So M. Sometimes some controllers also uses D. Then offset, like tool offset, uh, tool diameter offset, and tool length offset. They are shown by D and H. Generally, D is used for tool diameter offset, and H is used for tool height offset. H for height, D for diameter. Then you have dwell. Dwell means the machine's spindle only will remain on, and the feed motion, that is the axis motion, will come to halt for a particular time which you define by this letter. Like suppose if I say P 2000, so that means the machine will halt for 20 seconds. That is, you have to divide by 100. Again, in some machines, it is taken as 2000 divided by 1000, that is 2 seconds. So you have to go through the programming manual and program. Same now, P2000 in Fanuc, the dwell is defined by P. In case of Siemens, the dwell is defined by X. Why this dwell is required? Like suppose reaming, you have done a reaming operation. The reamer has gone till the end. Alright. Now before you retract the reamer, what you do? You allow the reamer to rotate for some amount of time, maybe for 5 seconds, in order to get a good finish. It is something like you are done paving, finish cut. So again you are taking, idle cuts. Against finish cut you are taking say 3-4 times so that you get a good finish. So same thing, you allow the cutter to rotate. So there will not be any, uh, cheap cutting. It will be always a fine cutting to get a good finish. This is one advantage. Second advantage is what you can, since the axis motion is stopped, you can see whether the cutter is broken, whether the chips has been removed, or sometimes even whether the coolant is flowing properly, or even major also, because the machine is not running. But remember, the spindle is running, so you have to take care. Otherwise, accident will happen. So measurement, suppose if you want to take, you have to see carefully. So you should be extremely careful. Accident should not happen. All right. Then you have program number designation. So as I said, some controls they follow O, some control they follow P. All right. And here are the G codes. Now let me see, how many students are present on the. Neeraj, are you there? Yeah, Neeraj.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir, I'm here.
Yeah, yeah, I can hear. Can I take a roll call? Hello, quickly.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you have to just say present or absent. So Abhishek, be fast because there are only 5 minutes. Otherwise, your break will reduce. Abhishek, Aditya, Aditya Sawan, absent. Aditya Kamble,
Present, sir.
sorry,
Present,
be
present,
fast.
sir.
Present.
Yes.
Aditya Umarkar, absent. Aditya Punjabi, absent. Aditya Sawant is present. Akash Yadav,
Present, sir.
Hello.
yeah, yeah, present. Yeah. Amit,
Hello, sir.
Amit,
Sir.
yes, yeah.
Sir, in July, you have put absence, and I'm always present in all your lectures, sir.
Sorry,
I'm present in
please,
all your
please.
lectures, sir. I am not absent
Who,
in July. Sir, Aditya Sawant.
who,
Hello.
see, there was a confusion because there were too many Aditya, no? Okay,
Yes,
so I'll
sir.
mark you
Because
present here.
yeah. So because all the lectures I
I'm
was
sorry.
present. Yeah. That's it. Okay.
Okay, okay. I'm marking you present in front of you only. All right. Later on,
Yeah,
I'll
sir.
make it,
Thank you.
I'll change the text color. Because there was a confusion, no? Aditya, so many Aditya, and I was
Yeah,
only
sir.
able
Yeah.
to see Aditya only. And I had appeal
Okay,
for
sir.
that. In fact, I had highlighted actually.
Yeah.
I removed this.
Sir,
Okay.
Akash is
Yeah.
present.
Amit Dubey, absent.
Sir,
Andrew,
Present.
yeah.
nothing, sir. Nothing.
Anirudh Shetty,
Andrew present.
Shetty, absent. Ankur, Antony, Anuj,
Present, Anuj
Ashley,
present, Anuj
Chetty.
present, Anuj present, Anuj present, Anuj
Sorry,
present,
Anuj is present. You have to say loudly.
Sir, Anuj is
Anuj
present, sir.
Kokamkar present,
Ashley, Ashley is absent. Chetty, absent. Colasso,
Sir,
Pereira.
Astik is present.
Why is not prompting?
Who is Mike?
Pereira, Pereira.
Sir, mic issues maybe.
Okay. Blessy,
Sir, present.
Chirag Patel.
Sir, Astik is present. You have marked him absent. Astik Shetty.
Achha, because he did not say it, no.
Sir,
Pereira.
but he is in the meeting.
Okay, just read now. Neeraj, you just tell me. Blessy, Chirag, who is absent? Blessy, Chirag, Cyril, Darshan, Darshana, Dev, Derya.
Chirag is not there, sir.
Sir, present.
Okay. Chirag is present. Okay. ठीक है साइरिल दर्शन
Present.
सर दर्शन
दर्शना दर्शना
Present. Present.
देव देव
Yes, sir. Present.
धैर्य धैर्य गांधी
Absent, sir.
ध्रुवीन ध्रुवीन शाह if he is absent no you just tell Neeraj ध्रुवीन शाह
Sir, present, sir.
Present, sir.
दिवेश
प्रेजेंट सर
एलिसन एलिसन
Absent, sir.
एरिक
Sir, present.
गिरीश हार्दिक
Both are absent, sir.
Okay. Now. Here. Now there is always a confusion of Raj. Raj Babulal. Raj Jain. Absent. Raj Bhosle. Absent. Present.
Sir, Raj
And go to
Bhosle is
Yash.
present.
Yeah. I'm asking present. Yeah. Yash Kamble. Yash Kamble.
Absent, sir.
Yash Rathod.
Sir, present. Present, sir.
Yash na.
Yes, sir. Yes, Rathod.
Yash Rathod is present. Yash Kamble is absent.
Yes, sir.
Okay then.
8526.
Sorry.
Sir, could you check 8526?
8526. 8526. 8526. What is the serial number? Serial number.
Sheldon. 8526.
Now, what is the serial number?
So it was
1, 2, 3,
61.
4, 5, 6.
61.
61. 61. Sheldon. Yeah. He's
Sir,
present.
even I am.
And also-
Sir, even I am present. Part Rathod.
yeah, I will check. Rest of the things I will check from the attendance list. Because there is always confusion about and Aditya and Raj. You know.
Sir, Sagar here.
Attendance.
Vaibhav
Sir, I
Shah.
was present in the last lecture.
Sir, I was present in all of your lectures.
Sagar Vandra 7548. Present in last
75.
lecture.
Serial number bolo. Tell me the serial number.
Sir, can you scroll down?
Scroll down.
Yeah.
Serial number.
59.
Serial number 70.
59.
सागर वंद्रा. अरे सागर तुम ज्वाइन करते हो और भाग जाते हैं.
Sir, network issues.
Today you joined at 9:50 and then I was trying to talk to you.
Sir, my laptop got shut down, sir, battery. And then I rejoined.
Acha.
again.
What is your
Sir,
concern?
even I am present.
Sir, 8529. Vaibhav Shah.
Yes,
Sir, I
yes,
was
yes.
present in last lecture also.
That will be
right.
that will come in the attendance list. Don't worry. I'll show you next time. Okay?
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you.